winner of this will get the opportunity to go up against MaxPax, who will have a 1-0 map lead going into that grand finals. And here we go, spawning down in the bottom right. It is the Shopify Rebellion's Byun in the blue. And his opponent spawning up at the top left, it is Solar in the red. Solar playing more games than Byun, but going 6-0 in his games on the day. Whereas Byun, even though he only played one series, it was a, as we just saw, a nail-biting, I would say even heartbreaking 2-3 loss. And yeah, Solar's chomping at the bit right now. I feel like he's got all the momentum. Looking good so far. Byun. Let's see if he can maintain composure. We are going to be seeing no 2-Rax Reaper here to start things off. This is one of the maps, one of the matchups where Byun definitely likes to take the bull by the horns. Loves to take the bull by the horns even. And 2-Rax Reaper is a way of doing so. Because MaxPax is in the winner bracket, it is still going to be a best of 5 in the grand finals, but he will have that 1-0 map lead. 1-0 series lead going into it, since he did not yet lose a series. Had some close calls. The series versus Solar in the winner bracket round of 4 was a close 2-1 victory. And Byun obviously had that extremely close series against Solar just now. Byun going very deep with the Reaper, somehow not getting a kill on any of these lanes. Solar able to ring around the rosy a little bit and will keep them all alive, but Byun ultimately does keep his Reaper alive, which is, you know, important. Byun going to start things off with the 3cc 211. Sorry, 3cc 111. What are we saying? Nothing out of the ordinary there. Oh, grenade. No. I mean, with 2 queens, you're not going to snipe that tumor most of the time. Ling speed was a little bit delayed by Solar in order to get that hatchery down more easily. I do feel like part of Byun's magic in this matchup in particular is the slow whittling down of an opponent. With the micro, with the decision making, the cost efficiency. I mean, cost efficiency is the name of the game in ZBT in so many ways. Ruby Rock, of course, going to be a map that can be quite aggressive, but can also turn into a very defensive map with all these tank spots. I mean, we've seen the matches between Maru and Serral and Maru and everyone, where he just goes for a crazy number of tanks. Solar, I've always found his methodology to be very interesting. Oh, we got a fake cloak. That's kind of funny. Kind of cute. Now, the funny thing would be if he actually started cloak for real after this. But he just goes for the interference matrix, represents cloak, and then goes for the cancel. Now, of course, by cutting cloak, you can get a very quick double engineering bay. Or just a faster transition. But we're actually not seeing the fastest double engineering bay here. Cutting tank production, though, is Byun for the moment. Just going to be building a reactor. Oh, yeah, he wants a very quick 4th and 5th barracks. Well, relatively quick. Cutesy little moves. Do like them. But Solar with some very nice creep spread to start things off. And his double Evo is quite fast. Ah, he did this earlier as well. It's going to be Hydra upgrades to start things off. He did this versus Bunny and experienced quite a bit of success. Nice snipe on a couple of creep tumors, but if it's just creep tumors, I think that's fine if you're Solar for sure. Byun does get a kill, I think, on a creep tumor that was actually already done. Yeah, because it's actually receding the creep via the incidental splash damage. There's the Baneling Nest from Solar. Solar already on 77 drones. A ridiculous number of drones. This is a very good push position, by the way. Super underrated. Tanks around this area right here. Really nasty to deal with. So with Byun kind of creeping this creep spread pushed back, it's really nasty. But Hydras will allow Solar to... they'll allow him to kind of contest this position a little bit more aggressively against a double medevac drop that's trying to clear creep than normal, you know, with Ling Bane. Ling Bane, you can't force the medevacs away unless your queens are really, really on top of it. Hydras, I mean, they've got their mobile anti-air. I do like the taking down of the rocks. I do think this set of rocks is the more important one. It is going to be Byun moving forward here. He's got 2 tanks at the front line. Third one just popped out. 1-1 combat shield's not quite done yet for Byun. Hydras, well, they did not want to get too close to the tanks, and it's a nice start in terms of skirmish for Byun. Well, yeah, it's decent. 5 Marines for 23 Zerglings. Battle report and units lost kind of disagreeing here. That's funny that it shows 250, but only 2 Marines. Banshee on the left side. He just micros it back. There's no Spore Crawler here. Here comes the attack. Bane speed not yet done. Hydra speed will kick in a moment. Hellbats are going to try and guard the front line. The first set of Banes do connect. Lings from the back are going to do pretty nicely here. Actually drawing a little bit of tank fire. That's a very good fight for Solar. Excellent, excellent fight. The Lings coming in on the back end. Really helping a ton. Distracting that tank fire just a little bit longer. And Solar holds. Now moving up towards the 5th base. This position I was talking about with the creep did end up being important, but unfortunately for Byun, not enough to break through. Byun, though, this was not an all-in. He's going to be behind. Oh, we got changelings. They will just barely fall short. Oh, wow, I never noticed that there's like the armor that's hallucinated, the changelings like fall out of it when they die like that. Oh, wow, that's very dark. Baneling Hydra, and I do mean just Baneling Hydra. There's like almost no Lings on the right side. Is going to get deflected. Well-placed tanks by Byun. Oh, meanwhile, double drop on the left side is going to find an opening here. Really nice from Byun. Solar, though, will race back into position and will be able to drive this back. Gets 3 drones, trades nicely, but, well, barely even a trade. He loses 1 Marine. Still, good value from the drop.
Want a piece of me, boy?
Solar is going to try and jump on top of this. He does get a big Baneling detonation and will snipe down both medevacs. And kills the whole fight. Kills the whole army. Uh-oh. Byun got to be very careful here. Solar, if he knew the army was here, he could have run at this right away. 2-2, though, will complete now for Byun. He's got 4 very well-placed tanks. Vipers are not out yet. It's only going to be 1. There's no Blinding Cloud available. This is going to be a kill on the 5th base. Solar's going to give it up. Oh. Oh, that's actually very awkward for Solar. Byun's tanks able to shoot the units trying to knock down this set of rocks. Those rocks had been down from the beginning, from the get-go. Could have been an opportunity. Oh, and now Byun gets a cancel on the other base being taken by Solar. Really nice moves from Byun. This game started out very, very promising for Solar, but it's starting to look a lot better for Byun. Lurker 10 and a Greater Spire. Is that a fake Greater Spire is my question. Well, now it's a dead, not Greater Spire. It's a lesser Spire. Actually, no, it's just a deader Spire. Byun really finding his rhythm here in the mid game. For a second, I thought the larva was actually going to keep this drone alive, just by virtue of the aggro. We will see a parasitic bomb kills the first medevac. Second one, that one's going to die as well. Just waiting till he charges up more energy. Byun going to be able to deny more creep through the middle. He's really starting to shove Solar off of the top center of the map. Tank does siege a little bit too far, but there's a lot of tanks behind this, and they are going to put withering fire into the army. It looks like he just abducted the medevac. Yeah, makes sense. Why spend 125 energy when you can spend 75 and kill it faster? Just yoink it into the Hydras. Solar does have 222. So his Hydras, Lings, Banes are going to be good here, but Byun... Oh, well, is this enough, actually, for Solar? There's a lot of Ling Bane. Tanks are getting flooded. This is going to get all force back and broken. Oh, man, here I was talking about Byun just cooking in this game, but it is Solar who gets an amazing fight. He intercepted, like, 2 tanks with a handful of Lings as well. Yeah, 2 unsieged tanks died right there. That was 11 tanks that just died, and 4 ghosts. Where did the ghosts die? Damn, that was an incredible fight for Solar. That was an army from Solar that really, really needed to fight in an open field. And it did. Wowie zowie. Very, very well done by Solar. And now it is Byun who is way on the back foot, trying to secure a 5th base. He's got it done, but he was definitely ahead in resources lost. Now he is very, very much behind. Byun might not even be able to contest this base, to be honest. Oh, and in fact, he's going to have a bunch of SCVs that join up and just die. Ah, that's really, really unfortunate for Byun. Things were looking super good for him. But I think he just stayed on the map a little bit too long, perhaps. Underestimated the power of Solar's army. I mean, I did. I didn't think that was going to go for as well for Solar as it did. Especially with a lot of the fight taking place off creep. Oh, Lurkers on the bottom side. We're going to be able to hold this position, at least against anything that's not Ghosts, Tanks, Liberators. I mean, even with those losses, if Byun didn't lose the 5th, or at least if he was able to secure it a little bit better, very different scenario. I do think Solar personally is like the best Hydraling Bane macro player. Oh, EMP does land on the Viper. There's still a Blinding Cloud available, though, since it was fully juiced up. Does land that Blinding Cloud. Banes trying to connect on the Bio. There's a lot of Lings here. Last tank does fall, but there's more behind that. Changelings being sent forward during all of this. Hydra's lunging backwards. They will be able to go after this command center, but he decides not to try and kill it. There's a lot of Overseers here. That's ultimately going to be a good cleanup, good pushback by Byun. But the Changelings got all the way through the army and have now gotten into the natural, into the main. Nidus Worm going to get dropped at that natural position. Siege Tank will try and prevent this. Liberator's going to siege up on top of this. And he will be able to prevent this first Nidus Worm. Second one in the main base, though, could be a big problem. If he dropped both of those simultaneously, that would have been a disaster for Solar. Or for Byun, I should say. As it is, this already looks like it could turn into a disaster. Liberators are going to try and siege up. Only one lurker being used. He's got a ton of lurkers in here. Marine's going to try and force these lurkers back home, at least on the bottom side. Spore Crawler does get gunned down. Meanwhile, oh, it's a big push at the front. Byun getting distracted here. But he does manage to hold the line at this base. And actually finds a lot of drones at this position. The lurkers were not well placed. And Byun exposes that weakness. Oh, man. Really, really great showing right there. From that double drop on the bottom side. Forced the lurkers back home, which protected the main base incidentally. And then also finding a ton of drone kills. Now, Solar is not hurting when it comes to economy. But Byun does need to slow Solar down. No doubt about that. EMP on the Overseers. I mean, honestly, denying Changelings is... It's not nothing. Oh, Lurker does kill a couple of Marines as they unload. That's just uncomfortable for Byun as he's really trying to keep... He's really trying to keep Solar penned back. Solar has now completed his 3-3-3 for the ground. He never rebuilt the Spire. But he doesn't yet need it. We are going to see a big break attempt coming in here. Parasitic Bomb on the medevacs. Oh, good boost away from that by Byun. Even as he's kiting back with the bio and tanks. But this is a lot of Hydraling Bane. Well, actually, it's not that many Banes. It's a lot of Hydras. And there are 3-3 Hydras, but Byun will hold. Problem is, Solar's bank is just so big, and Byun has just been completely unable to keep this 5th base mining. And now, more than anything, he just doesn't have an economy. He really needs a 6th base at this point. Oh, only one lurker here. This will be a denial on the 7th base of Solar. But even a 6th base Solar against a 4 base Byun is massive advantage to the Zerg. No doubt about it. Mulehammer going to get dropped. Oh, Blinding Cloud getting dropped. There's a lot of tanks here. Lift on the orbital. He needs to save that. Tanks do hold the line. And Byun gets a good fight there. A good defensive fight. It still does cost him 3 tanks. But Solar losing a fair number of Banes. That was still just fine for Solar, to be clear. I think that was even maybe in the context of the game good for Solar. But Byun at the very least gets to hold the base. And that is what he needs so desperately. In order to win this... Oh, that's a nice depot lift. That was very, very important. But the Adrenal Gland's Lings rip through the wall nonetheless. That is Ghost Cloak, I believe. Yeah, they've got access to that cloak. But meanwhile, during this attack in the middle, we've got an attack at the top as well. Oh, the Banelings actually do manage to connect with some of the bio. There's enough Hydraling Bane to swamp and take out the tanks. Now the Orbital Command does fall. There's 5 orbitals on the field. That's great. Byun's actually got a crazy amount of energy on 2 of them. They're like maxed out. But Solar knocks Byun back off this base. If Solar didn't have such a ridiculously good economy for so much of this game... Oh, look at that split on the tanks against the lurkers. That was cute. If Solar didn't have such a ridiculous economy, it'd be a very different scenario in this game. Oh, as we see Byun trying to take this base out and secure it himself. Solar charging forward on currently the last mining base of Byun. It's got barely any minerals at it. Still losing the planetary, losing possession of the area, losing control of this area. Very, very painful. Blinding Cloud getting dropped on 2 of these tanks. I do like the single Viper for just finding individual tanks that are kind of exposed. Ghosts now without a whole lot of protection for them. They cloak up. But it's more so the planetary than anything that keeps them safe. 10 drones did fall during all this to a rather decent-sized bioforce. And Solar may end up losing 2 bases for the base kill on the right, but actually no buts. That's actually pretty bad for Solar if he loses this base as well. However, he is still mining from this base on the top and is taking 2 of the bases that are... One of them is certainly supposed to belong to Byun. He's tried, but he hasn't been able to make it his. And another one that is contested, but you do not want the Zerg mining it, for sure. We may need to see even the medevac upgrade for energy come through. I mean, there's 12 medevacs. Byun is so poor. I really don't know what the method is. The thing is, Solar's bank is now gone. But as these 2 bases come up and online, 72 drones. That is just way too much economy. Oh. All right, here comes the attack on the left. Blinding Cloud does manage to drop. There's a lot of lings. Byun trying to micro out of a potential surround. Solar does manage to get a decent little surround here. And it is good enough to clear out the majority of Byun's army. As the Lings and Banes go down, Solar retreats, saves the Hydras. That was a very effective attack for what he needed. Byun trying to get something done on the top side to deny this base. It was just a small little drop, but a couple of lurkers pop out. Very nice job from Solar. So many tanks have been made in this game. And so many tanks have died. 35 tanks have gone down. Make it 36. Solar, once again, is starting to really, really run dry. But he has done enough to keep Byun from getting enough supply to be a threat in reality. And there it is. GG gets called. 23-minute game on Ruby Rock. Going in the favor of Solar. Well done. Cyril is, in fact, not semi-retired and actually just decently recently beat Clem in, I want to say, the pigsty. Very well done right there by Solar. Byun close to holding on. But Solar never letting him gain his footing and actually properly secure the 5th base. Very well done. Bum bum bum. Bum 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 bum. All right, we'll get into the next game here. Old Republic is going to be the map. Solar already with a very nice start in this series. But obviously having to work for it real hard. Real hard. All right, here we go. Game number 2, spawning up at the top right. It is the Shopify Rebellion's Byun. In the blue. And his opponent spawning down on the bottom left. It is Solar. In the red. He was in the driver's seat for a long time in that game, but it did take quite a while to close it out. He was very patient, very cautious, and did a really good job of, never really overextending. Ooh, nice solid 44-second hatch. Clean. Clean. Solar having himself a hell of a run since he got knocked to the lower bracket. Well, today. Having a hell of a run today. Now 7-0 in maps on the day. 3-0ing GG Machine. 3-0ing Bunny. And really just not giving Bunny any opportunity, or GG Machine any opportunity in those games. Byun, at least this first game was... I mean, it was after the first push, it was pretty good for Solar, for sure. But Byun still made him work for it. Once again, if you guys are enjoying the games, if you want to, check out the peeps who have organized and put together this tournament, Ladder Legends would be pretty cool. Community of gamers, coaches, and check out the Discord, !LL Discord. Obviously, it's they've put up the prize pool. 1,000 buckies USD is it's a decent chunk of change. Shout out to the players as well. Of course, they have put up a very nice battle so far. It is nice that Solar's playing this single Viper style to kind of give him an opportunity. Oh. Heavier on the Hydras. More of a focus on missile upgrades. And yeah, giving himself a good opportunity to Blinding Cloud individual tanks. Before, he was playing 2 Viper a lot of the time with Hydraling Bane. But with just a single Viper, even just getting 1 or 2 Blinding Clouds against some tanks that are a little bit exposed, especially when your opponent starts trying to take the 5th base. On a map like White Rabbit, 5 bases, they're pretty tightly compact. You don't have to spread too far out. But on a map like Ruby Rock, the 5th base is quite a bit farther away. Even Old Republic, same thing. Pretty far away, relatively speaking. Now we're going to see a 3cc Hellion Liberator opening. And against this, Solar is going to... I talked about Solar's methodology with spores and what he tends to do. He'll start 2 spores early for what would be a Banshee timing. You want to, against Banshees, start spores at 450. But against Liberators, you want them a little bit earlier. Oh, that's quite nice for Solar. This is going to see a Liberator here. It's going to let him know, okay, yep, double Evo. Double Evo before lair. Don't lead a Baneling Nest right away. I like this. Oh, Hellions at the 3rd base. Going to find a very exposed mineral line. That is quite nice from Byun. Solar trying to get the Lings on top of the Hellions. Not having an easy time of it by any means. Nice pullback there at the last second. But it's 10 drones going down. Liberator did, I think, fall. Yeah, it did. It did fall during all this. And that actually does give Solar the opportunity to get across the map with the lings that he's got. But that's really nice damage out of Byun. Very, very nice damage. And Byun just says, yeah, no, we're not messing with this. Lift the orbital at the 3rd. I've got a wall. Marines have got to be a little bit careful, but they've got stim. Now, if this was like 20 lings, this number of Marines would not be enough. But there's only 10. That's a very good start for Byun. We're not going to see Solar getting up to 77 drones. In fact, that's where he was at this point in the game, last game. Still, Byun did use the Hellions there, so he won't have opportunity to get a do any kind of Hellbat tank push. And that means that Solar can get away without having Banelings for the first push out of Byun. Oh, we're going to see a Spire. This is a big map, and you can play mutas on some of the bigger maps. I feel like one of the biggest things is good creep spread. If your creep is very far forward and they can't get pushes easily set up, that is where mutas can shine. It's when you don't have time to get the mutas up because your opponent has been keeping you pinned back so hard and pressuring you so much. Tank getting a little bit abandoned. That's a lot of creep clear. Siege tank will go down. It only fires one shot, but well, it's got 9 kills on it, so it was one hell of a shot. Might have killed some other stuff. Did it have 9 kills, actually? Oh, from the other side of the map. It got 1 or 2 Zerglings there. Maybe 3. 2-2 getting fired up here for Solar. Byun's is a little bit faster. This isn't some massive commitment to mutas where you've delayed upgrades or cut them entirely. It's a little bit of a bold move through the middle. Byun only has 2 medevacs. Just now popping out 2 more. If Solar somehow knew, which obviously he doesn't, but if he somehow knew that this was just Marines and tanks, I mean, it's scary. It's scary to move out without medevacs. That is what I will say about that. Mutas will pop out. I don't think they were spotted. So we're not going to see any missile turrets start up just yet. I mean, it's very expensive to just blindly build turrets. Hope that one muta. Creep trying to be repaired here. Byun did an excellent job of really clipping it back, clamping it back. Now the mutas show up. Widow mines are in production. No drilling claws starting. That's very unfortunate. A couple of mines are going to instantly get taken out. 2 of the mines do fall. A tank on the high ground also going to get taken out. And perhaps the missile turret that tries to be built. Very nice starting harass squad. 7 SCVs. He's also killed a missile turret. 2 widow mines. Can deny this missile turret potentially in the main, but instead just goes for the SCVs themselves, which is also a very decent move. Got to be careful about these Marines on the low ground. But Solar is really getting some amazing value with this. And he's on 95 drones during all this. Oh, mutas do get pinched off a little bit. And I think all 3 of them dying just there. Oh, but that's so nice. Now going to come back home, clear up one of these tanks in the middle. Tank on the high ground will get some big shots on Banes. Even 1 shot at the very end, but Solar is going to go for a follow-through attack. This is an orbital command, not a planetary. There's no tanks left. Lings and Banes, I should say, are getting on top of the Marines. Very nice attack from Solar. Oh my god, 1 Bane connecting on 3 or 4 sets of Marines. Or 3 or 4 little squad Marines at the tail end there. That was basically the best that attack could have gone for Solar. And the only reason he went for it is because he knew that there was no tanks. Now there's basically no splash, and Byun is just in so much trouble. Solar came to play. And he is cooking. Now, this game is not over yet. But playing from behind against Mutiling Bane is not a fun prospect. Medevac will get sniped as well as, I think, just one SCV at this base. Thor going to get surrounded. It's going to get taken down. Wouldn't mind. Oh, does manage to retarget. We do have a denial on +3 Carapace by the double drop that just got across the map. Hang on. Could this be what turns things around? Where are the Mutas? They are flying back home. You do not want them fighting Marines, but there's a couple Banes underneath that are going to allow for this to happen. Byun, all of a sudden, if 3-3 completes against 2-2, which is getting closer and closer, and there's no Ultras, there's no chitinous plating, Byun could do this. Now, traditionally, this has always been where Zerg struggles, is they stay on layer tech too long, and they don't get 3-3. And then once the Terran 3-3 kicks in, that's when trades start going crazy for the bio against the Mutiling Bane. But killing 3-3 is also going to give you that opportunity. Oh, nice burrow, unburrow on this Widowmine. They don't have drilling claws, which means once they fire, they are visible. This army is very far forward onto creep. Not enough room in the medevacs. Thor actually targeting Banes there. Very sick little move from Byun. Base on the bottom side is going to get taken out. Nice drops from Byun. Oh, man, this is prime Mutiling Bane right here. This is prime Byun. This is prime Solar. Byun will enjoy the upgrade advantage for a decent bit of time now. About, what, a minute and a half? Maybe, yeah, minute and a half. Yep. Chitinous plating has kicked in, but with so many Marauders, you are going to kill that Ultralist very, very quickly. Banes are here, but the creep is not as far forward as I think Solar would like. Mutas only have +1 attack, so they're not battle Mutas. They are harass Mutas. Not a crazy number of Marauders, though, in this army. Does take place on creep. Was that a burrowed Bane? No, it wasn't. There was just Banes that got forward somehow. I didn't even see those Banes kind of like move through the army. Widowmine did take out some units. Or, sorry, it took out a Muta. Damaged them up. That was very confusing. I don't even know how those Banes got through, but I guess the Overseers kind of screened them. The bio is trading very, very nicely. 3-3 going to complete for Solar in a moment. If he can take out all the Marines, the Mutas can actually clean up the Marauders, which is actually looking like what's going to happen here. Widowmine will try and burrow, but without Drilling Claws, it takes so much longer. And Solar cuts off the tip of the spear and holds the line here. Actually stops gas mining at this freshest base. Despite being on 91 drones, he's actually mineral starved. Crazily enough, 3-3 now completing for Solar, but he doesn't have anything on the ground currently. The last Ultralix did get taken out. Another one just popped out. Where is it? There it is. Oh, man, with this much bio, you're targeting those down so quickly. Mind Drag attempted by Solar, not able to connect. But there's very few Marines in the army. They are 3-3. But Solar's got enough Mutas to actually clean this up, even with just +1 attack. Oh, man, imagine if they were 2-0 Mutas or even 2-1. Or, I mean 3-0 Mutas would be, whew, they'd be cooking. The problem is they are paper mache. And even just a small number of Marines are going to do work. Very nice Mind Drag attempts, but it's not enough. There's too much stuff for Byun. And once again, he comes back. Oh my God. He is absolutely playing his heart out today. Never count Byun out. God, I love Byun. All right, next game is going to be on White Rabbit. Man, that's unfortunate for Solar because he was in a really good position until he went Mutas, actually. I mean, honestly, no, it wasn't even until he went Mutas. The Mutas did work. It was... Maybe he did go a little bit too far. I mean, he did lose a lot of... Yeah, he did lose a lot of stuff attacking in, and losing the 3-3 really hurt. All right, we do have to run a quick minute of ads, but hopefully you won't miss too much. We'll get into the game. This is now effectively a best of 3. He said it. He said the thing. Spawning down in the bottom left, it is the Shopify Rebellion's Byun. And his opponent spawning up at the top right, it is Solar. In the red. If you are enjoying the games, would love it if you would send a follow my way. Costs you nothing. I do think Shin is a better prep player. I think he's better at the prep than Solar, but I do think Solar has just phenomenal mechanics. Just ridiculously good mechanics. Reminder that the winner of this will face off against MaxPax in a best of 5 grand finals. MaxPax will have the 1-0 lead going into that. By the way, if you guys are enjoying the stream, would obviously also appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel. If you got a free Twitch Prime available, helps a ton. Oh no, Solar took his drones off gas mining. One gas packet too early. Has to send it back there. Ragnarok is indeed Shin. Yes. Was actually Shin is Ragnarok. Oh, sick drone snipe there from Byun. That's really nice right there for Byun. That feels good. And for Solar, that's going to feel real crap. We're going to be seeing a 1-1-1 opener here from Byun. Getting that quick second gas. Oh, and a tech lab. Okay, is this going to be Hellbat Marauder? Oh, we could see that. We could see the bunny opener. Bunny's not the only one to do it for sure, but he is the one that definitely I think of the most when it comes to this kind of thing. Solar does put his Overlord very far away, so there's no opportunity to intercept this. Ah, okay, it's going to be Stim. This is far more likely to be a quick 3 racks, 2 base push, maybe into a 5 racks, possibly with +1 weapons, possibly with a 3rd command center. Well, likely with +1 weapons, but sometimes it's 3 racks into a 3rd CC. Solar is going to go for the scout, and we'll actually see the 2nd and 3rd barracks starting up here. That's incredible information. It's going to let Solar know exactly what is happening. Viking was not out in time to prevent this. The Marines were not in position. So Solar gets an amazing scout. I mean, that's great for him. He is going to throw down a Spore in the main base. Once again, very early. But when you know it's a 2-base push specifically, yeah, you've or a 2-base opener specifically, you know the starport unit can be very, very quick. Now, in this case, Viking first means he wouldn't have needed the Spore immediately. But I wonder if he didn't notice the Viking initially and just saw the Starport and said, okay, could be a Liberator right here. Second Spore is going to be more, I guess, appropriately timed. Did he cancel? Oh, he never built the Liberator. Oh, wow. Oh, he faked him out. He faked me out. I was like, okay, Liberator should be arriving soon. Wow, that's really nice. Forces out 2 Spores that will be handy later, but won't be necessary for a while. Good little mind game from Byun. Solar, I mean, you kind of have to do something like this. It is going to be that 3rd CC that I was talking about. So this will just be a pressure opener. Solar going for the fast +1 Carapace, but it is not going to be close to in time to deal with this +1 weapons. Still, Roach speed and fast +1 Carapace synergizes really nicely. Roaches benefit a ton from the armor upgrade, since they already have 1 base armor that's just good against Marines. The +1 attack does nullify that, but then the +1 armor brings it back. And since Marines attack so fast, cutting the DPS by 16.666, repeating, of course, percent is really nice. Roaches and Lings will greet this drop in the main. Stim does complete. The Roaches are not going to be enough initially, but more and more Roaches will show up. Oh, no, oh, nice. Oh, whoa. Look at that Roach micro. That was cute as heck. However, though, now comes Hellions into the 3rd base. They're going to be able to find 5 drones. Huh, good splits from Solar. Mitigates the damage. Could have been a lot worse. Byun. Oh, can he save the Viking? Solar wants to kill. Oh, 18 HP. 2 hits left. And it would have gone down, but a good save from Byun. Hey, welcome, Galgatine. Hope I'm doing well. I'm doing pretty well. Doing pretty well. This is the Ladder Legends Academy. Valedictorian Cup number 1. 1,000 Bucky tournament. By a community of some very passionate individuals who have put a lot of work into making a pretty cool community. If you do want to check it out, !LL Discord in the chat will link the Discord. Solar. Oh man, this Spore is really not going to be able to reach its destination. That's, wow, that is really awkward for this Spore Crawler trying to chase this down. But the Queens, oh, wow, they're going to intercept it. That's dead. That is a dead medevac. 6 drones do follow. Not bad. Behind this, it is going to be +1 melee and +2 Carapace. Roaches are just a stopgap, generally speaking. You do need some additional tech, or you need to win with a 1-1 Roach timing. Or if you're Dark, do enough damage to eventually be able to win potentially with a 2-2 Roach timing. Oh, Infestor on the top side. Oh, that was a very, very nice hot pickup. Close. Close. Hey, thank you, Galvatine, for the gifted sub to Filibuster. Very much appreciated. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wow, a lot of Queens falling right there. Byun is forced to lift up and get out, of course, as Solar is falling back to that position. 4 Queens go down. Even with that, though, there's still 5 Queens on the map. Still, a player like Solar who is so good at the creep spread, you do want to deny that as much as you can. +1 melee, Bane speed going to kick in a moment. That's going to even the upgrades out for the moment. Ultralisk Cavern does start up. There are some Infestors with fungal growth. You don't want to be using it defensively, though. You want to use that to kick off an engagement, not to... I mean, I don't even think you needed to use it to retreat. But just to use it to maybe secure a retreat. This is a big Ling counterattack that could get a lot of value. There's a lot of Lings, actually. Meanwhile, Byun is going to lose 1 tank. But he gets both infestors there. That's a very nice depot lift from Byun. It is going to be a cancel on the 4th CC almost for... Oh, maybe. Well, I mean, if only... Okay, yeah, he will focus it. He will get back here. Unfortunate for Byun. No cancel on that. 2 frontline tanks do get abandoned momentarily and will get taken out. The rest of the bio does get back home. Liberator in the main base actually is going to go to work on some of this army, or some of this drone line and the queen. But he does lose the rest of the tanks at the front. Byun is rebuilding the 4th CC, but the kill on that was big. Liberator is going to get taken down. The +2 melee is about halfway done. Chitin is plating very far along. That's only, what, 20 seconds? 30 seconds? 25. Solar did manage to rebuild some infestors here. Oh, 5th base from Solar is in some trouble. Byun could focus it, but he doesn't. And it will survive. Widowmine doesn't get the most value, but he's got Drilling Claws, so it's actually going to take until the Overseer shows up to kill that. Oh, big drop on the top side. We'll get forced to lift up. Marauder plugging this gap very effectively. Only 3 damage per attack out of the Adrenal Glands Lings until that +2 melee kicks in. People really underestimate the value of Marauder armor against Zerglings. Talk about cutting DPS. Oh, that's a big Baneling detonation. Nice job. Talk about cutting DPS. That is a big way to cut your opponent's DPS. Is get the armor advantage for the Marauders against Zerglings. It's really strong. Now that is the next thing to get Euthermal to do, is to do an armor upgrade rush in TVZ. Heavy Marauder play. That would be the vibe. Byun has maxed out. He doesn't have his 3-3 yet. It's still a ways away from completing. It's pretty much pure bio. He's going to be forced to lift up on the left side. Still decent little trades. 4th base has been secured. That is definitely a very dead Ultra. Does draw out some Widowmine fire, but... Oh, Liberator. Byun causing a lot of fires for Solar here. Fungal growth. Oh, he does... Oh, managed to save the Infestor, but he has to drop both Fungals to do so. Baneling getting concussive shell slowed and will get taken out. Byun is really doing a great job of never letting Solar find the engagement he's looking for while staying ultra mobile, while gaining good value with his units, and continuously picking off creep. Oh, not every Marauder going to make it back into the medevacs, unfortunately. But it was more important to avoid the fungal corrosive bile combo, I think, and save as many units as Byun possibly could. Byun now building 4 additional command centers. Solar really needs to get something done here. There's not a ton of Widowmines. 3-3 isn't yet done for Byun. It's moments away, but Solar may be finding the timing he needs. He's got a couple of fungal growths available. I want to say like 4? No, don't lose them to Liberators, though. 1 command center does die on the ground. Really good positioning here from Byun on the right side. Snipes down the last of the Infestors, and all of a sudden Solar getting kind of disjointed, miscontrolling a little bit, and Byun finds an outstanding defensive engagement. In a situation that looked really, really bad for him for a moment there. Like, that looked like he was on the verge of actually potentially losing the game right then and there. Great job from Byun. Really, really nice usage of these 2 building command centers. And I love that he dropped the bio units. Instead of dropping them here, where they were going to be in danger, he dropped them over here. If he drops them right here, like, you're dropping them basically on top of the Zerg army that's already on top of you. Not to mention the fact that the Infestors can then get big hits. Solar, if he looks back at this replay, he is going to want that engagement back badly, desperately. But unfortunately, that's not how StarCraft 2 is played. I have always thought it would be a fun idea to do a tournament, though, where you give players an opportunity to resume from replay in a particular game after a loss. We do see a nice Corrosive Bile kills one of those Liberators. Solar still fighting on. Byun doesn't have a massive bank. He doesn't have amazing tech either. So it's not like this game is 100% over. Like, Solar is still one really good fight away from being able to win this one. And he actually does find some really decent value with this counterattack. Clearing up a mine on the other side. Corrosive Biles can take down these Liberators. And he will get one of them. The second one does survive fungal growth from very far back. Very optimistic. Unfortunately, doesn't get the connection. And Byun snipes down one of those Infestors. Now the Liberators will get cleaned up. This is a slugfest here. This is man mode fighting. We're not making ghosts. We're not making broodlords. We're not making lurkers. We're making ultras. We're making ravagers. We're making marine marauders, mines, medevacs. Don't need no siege tanks. This is your blue collar ZVT. This is your 9 to 5, 8 to 6. Battle it out. Beer drinking. Kentucky Fried ZVT. Fungal growth does connect. Oh, that Spore Crawler. The Infestor goes down, but it's a full cleanup for Solar on that drop in the main. Byun. Oh, gonna try and snipe the Infestor. Does get it. Prevents the potential fungal on these units. 2 more Infestors show up, but the bio is able to lift up. 10 drones fall. Now it is Solar pressed to try and defend this middle base, but he is not going to be able to do so easily. Byun gets himself in a good position. However, that's a lot of Ravager, Ling, Bane, Ultra, Infestor. Swinging in from the side. Liberator going to prevent the full flank. Solar. Oh, if he turns around on this with the Infestors, he could get some big fungals and the Ultras could connect, but not doing so. His army is a little bit surrounded. Feels like Solar's a little bit unsure of where to go. Byun managing the splits against the Infestors very, very nicely. Byun has done such a good job of sniping Infestors with just small numbers of bio. He clocks in, clocks out. Ghosts. Ugh. Hawk Tua spits on the ground. I'll make my damn Marauders and snipe them the old-fashioned way. I'm the Marine King, you understand me? Corrosive Biles will find that frontline Liberator. Byun is slowly but surely bleeding Solar out, squeezing it out of him. One skirmish, one battle at a time. Liberator's going to prevent this counterattack from really doing much of anything. This base has survived in the middle for a long time. But Byun will finally secure the kill. Lings on the original third base, I think? Yeah, original third base. Are going to get deflected here. And Solar at this point is pretty much out of options, out of money. All 3 of these games have been just electric. But it is going to be Byun taking the game, going up 2-1. Oh, no. No, 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 Gyalgadin. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. All right, it's going to be Mothership here. Oh, is it really? Oh, hell yeah. Okay, we got to run, oh, then maybe, yeah. We got to run a minute and a half of ads. I do apologize. If you don't want to get the ads during the games, you can't subscribe. But usually, it is pretty quick. All right. Here we go. Game number 4. Spawning up at the top right, it is the Shopify Rebellion's Byun. And his opponent spawning down on the bottom left, it is Solar. In the red. That was a barn burner of a series. This is ZVT. This is Zerg versus Terran at its finest. Knock him out, drag him down, bloodbath style fighting, constant skirmishes, constant drops. Byun was looking in trouble, I would say, in both games 2 and 3. But man, oh man, he is not going down easy. Rocky Balboaing his way into a 2-1 lead in this series. Unfortunately for Solar, he does scout the incorrect direction with the Overlord. That is not what you want. He does open up with an Extractor Trick 15 hatch. 10 seconds earlier on the hatch, 10 seconds earlier on the pool in this scenario, and therefore 10 seconds earlier on the Queen. And the reasoning for this is because on Mothership and just against Byun in general, you've got to expect a 2-Rax Reaper very often. Now, something you can do on this map, but also just in general with an Extractor Trick 15 hatch, is send out 2 Lings before the Reaper arrives. Oh, that is such a nice start for Byun. He blocks the Spore Crawler trick and gets the kill on that first drone. Clean. Clean, clean, clean. Now, 1 Marine will lose against 2 Lings without support. But second SCV shows up at the natural. First one is pulled away. Oh, good. Oh, wow. Great micro from both sides. Byun, though, does get the victory, killing the 1 Marine. And already a 3rd CC very far along, and it is going to be a 3CC 2-1-1. And, well, yeah. No, we're going to build a Hellion still. Yeah, at least 2 Hellions, maybe 4. For a while, players were not building any Hellions, but it makes it pretty difficult to deal with a lot of things. Oh. Grenade. Oh, man, that Reaper is brave. That Reaper is him. Drops the grenade so that he doesn't have to go around the long way. And can keep tabs on the exit of the Zerg base. Survives with 4 HP. Refuses to elaborate. Oh my god, that was cool. That was so baller. Is he gonna go for a grenade and try and run by here? Oh, nope, but Does manage to get out. And it was only the Reaper taking damage, technically speaking. As long as Byun doesn't lose the Reaper right here, it's as though he took no damage. And just gave Solar a little bit of a heart attack. Oh, look at that. Uses the Queen to get the incidental splash damage and the kill on that. Oh, it's a Viking. Wait, what? Oh, wow. We're not going 3cc 2-on-1 after all. We're going for a 3cc 2-on-1 opener and then instead going, haha, just kidding. I make a 3rd barracks and a Viking and 2 engineering base. So this is instead just a powering build instead of a let me get 2 medevacs and a bunch of Marines onto the other side of the map while making a crazy good economy. Now this is really interesting and is actually, I feel like, very good against the Overseer. Because, yeah, you're just going to kill that. Did he see the tech lab? Wow, somehow no. I mean, I guess it's not... No, that is pretty useful information. Not, and it kind of looks like he sees an empty factory. Like, it looks like there's enough vision there to see... I think it's... Oh, it's the shadow of the factory that's throwing me off. Hopefully Solar's settings don't have that. I mean, this is on Ultra. So it's entirely possible that, yeah, it's different. Now, this is... I have to admit, I don't know that I've seen something like this before out of a Terran player. Meanwhile, it is going to be Solar running in with a bunch of speed roaches. Yeah, with this, having the very quick tank production is extremely valuable. Oh, Solar is like... He really wants to get something done with this. But Byun is just going to be able to delay mining from the 3rd base. Loses, yeah, Hellion, yeah, an SCV, yeah, Marine, but that's fine. Solar firing up +1 missile, +2 carapace, a Bane Nest, an Infestation Pit. He's got really good creep spread. And that is kind of the cost of not going for those medevacs early on, is you don't really get to contest the creep particularly at all, actually. Scan comes in. Byun's just going to have to content himself basically with just the active tumors. Solar will just say, okay, cool. Ah, very nice. I was going to say, I would love to see him do it on the other side of this site blocker, and he does exactly that. Great stuff. Hive will start up. This was not the level of dedication with these speed roach attacks that I feel like is super often what we see out of them. A lot of times they're just off like 45 drones. But this one, Solar was droning pretty hard, even as he was attacking, and even as he was gearing up to attack. So this didn't need to get the damage done that so many of these styles of play do need to get. Still, I like this position for Byun. Well, I'd like it a lot more if he had started his 2-2 right away. I mean, Solar's got really good creep. That is worth a lot here, but this is a pretty strong-looking push on the right side. Bane speed, though, is going to complete. Byun, well, okay, he's going to force Solar to give up on this base, at least for the moment. Medevac going to try and be targeted down by 3 queens from 3 different angles. Medevac will get away. Solar, I don't think you want to lose this base. I think you want to definitely keep it alive if you can, but he will let it fall. Oh, Queen's going to sneak up on the medevac, and that's a kill. Very nice job. Obviously, on this map, there is... it is not a square. It is very much a... I don't know, circle-ish shape. Oh, look at this landed Viking. Is actually going to be a nuisance on this hatchery. shouldn't deny it. Yeah, the DPS is just not there. Solar. Oh. Oh. Okay. Oh, he actually kills the Viking. Triple drop on the right side. Did that re-deny the hatch? Maybe? Either way, now Byun secures his 4th base, and it's 4 base to 4. And that is very good for a Terran player. Two for Byun is getting close to completing. Oh, there's that triple drop. Just going to back away as Solar was in position. I mean, no reason to take free damage on the medevacs if you can avoid it. Widowmines will try and burrow up. Unfortunately, they did not have drilling claws, so they won't be able to. And that's a pretty good defense on this left side. There are Vipers here, so parasitic bombs are going to be a problem. Good split against one of them. Medevac will, of course, survive. There is one medevac that if he had parabombed, it would have just died from the HP it had. Oh, Byun targeting down Banes in the middle of his army and gets the hot pickup. Clean. There's a Spore well placed. He's going to abandon these Marines. Poor lads. Give their lives for the Dominion. Or the Sons of Korhal. Or the Confederacy. Or the UED. Or the Umojin... Emojins? I don't know. Whatever Terran faction. IUD, Jesus. +2 melee going to kick in a moment for Solar. That's going to even out the upgrades. He's got his chitinous plating. Byun will get a cancel on this newest base in the middle. And the creep has been really... Ever since I said it was good creep spread for Solar, Byun has been pushing it back very aggressively and really limiting the influence Solar has on the map. Not a lot of trades have actually happened in this game. But Byun is doing a really good job. Oh my goodness. The Widowmines all get taken down before they can fire, despite having drilling claws this time. Parasitic bomb from downtown. But a very nice quick split from Byun. No, man, he is so good with the medevac splits. It's like Houdini with it. Houdini Utini. Byun, 5 more command centers in production. Gets another cancel on this base in the middle. And that's with the medevac that was parabombed and split away. Oh, God. Corrosive Bile does get it pretty easily avoided, honestly. +1 missile getting fired up with the number of roaches that are on the field. And Ravagers, for that matter. Does make sense. Ooh. Banes on the left. They're going to get just mowed down. Only one of them even connecting on a Marine. These medevacs are a little bit far away, but Byun will be able to pick up the majority of the units. Not every single one. Looks like he was wary of a parasitic bomb. Just said, well, if you parabomb this particular medevac, it's going to die with its payload anyways. And it does die. Oh, parabomb. I think that was enough damage to kill that one from full, or, well, with a full duration. Yes, it was. Just exactly. We do see Byun denying this middle base again. Going to find some Banelings that are trying to morph in. It's a big counterattack from Solar. He will kill his opponent's 5th base, but there's ghosts out. They actually don't have a lot of support, so they're actually in a fair bit of trouble right there. Corrosive Vials do find this. Meanwhile, this is not enough medevacs here to save everything, and one of those high-value ghosts does get left behind. That actually, I feel like that went way better for Solar. Yeah, he trades out. He's able to utilize his bank, and Byun loses a fair number of high-value units there. Yeah, 5 ghosts go down. He lost the 5th base. Solar is very comparable in terms of resources lost. Oh, this is a nice little move, though, from Byun. Gonna find this... I mean, these 2 bases right here just have not been... They have not been options for Solar. Oh, there was 2 ghosts in there. But Scan comes in. He's EMPing. He snipes down one of the Vipers. Wow. That was... Oh.
Game paused.
Ah.
Game resumed.
That was very, very cool. 3 HP on this medevac, by the way. 1 tick of parasitic bomb damage would have killed that. Corrosive Biles do find the kill on that tank on the high ground. Solar is not done. He is not out of this yet. Oh, did he lose? Oh, he lost the Evo chamber. That had +1 missile very far along. When did that happen? Byun going to try and resecure this base. 3 more factories. Solar, even as he has been unable to secure these bases, this one here, he's taken basically all of the bottom left bases. And he's on 7 bases now. Trying to go up to 9, actually. While Byun is very much trying to secure and hold this 5th base. Hold that thought. We do see an attack coming in. These are 2 very freshly placed command centers. They're going to... One of them will instantly go down. Second one actually ends up surviving for the moment. Meanwhile, Planetary Fortress that was holding the line on the right side also getting defended by a large amount of bio. And all of a sudden, the trading looking a little bit better for Byun. Once again, this base for like the 7th or more times in this game has been denied. Byun is just not giving him the time of day. It says 3 hatcheries killed. That does not count how many times it was canceled. Oh, how many ghosts died there? Apparently just 1. Solar will deny a very optimistic base here, but it is going to be Byun finding an opening on the top side. Nice lock-on break for the snipe. But unfortunately, there is a lot of ghosts there. That is an easily killed Ultralisk and an easily killed base again. Assuming, of course, he clicks it. Even if he doesn't, actually, he'll win this fight against the Lings. It's actually better that he didn't click it and then picks up once the Banes get out. Or once the Banes arrive. Nicely done by Byun. Oh, man. Just like that, he is... Wow, I mean, actually, this is... I don't know. This is starting to get... Like Byun needs a new base. Solar does need something like Infestors, though. Oh, he's getting Corruptors. Okay. It is going to be Smart Servos and Blue Flame. So we going Hellions, we going Hellbats. And we're going, hell nah. I'm not going to let ya. Corruptor's going to come in. Do we have a Greater Spire? No. He's got +2 flyer attacks. And with no armor for the medevacs, they die pretty quickly. Meanwhile, we do have a nice choke usage from Byun. Getting these units very bottled up. So that it's tough to break through. Oh, the Corruptors. I didn't even think about this. The attacks, the auto attacks on the command center is actually going to be quite nice. Caustic Spray, though, that's the big damage dealer. And yeah, that is a very, very dead command center right there. Byun was double expanding. So he's still got prospects on a 6th base, but he does need that 6th base. As mules have taken a toll on the mineral lines that are his. God, what a sick series this has been between these two. They are absolutely battling. We do have the mass Overseer play. 15 Overseers. Not mass to the level that we see out of Rogue. Ooh, Byun getting in on the left side again with another drop. And this is... God, he has just been a hatchery sniper this game. He must have killed or denied 12 hatcheries? I don't even know if we've caught all of the denials. Meanwhile, Liberator coming in from the side is going to deny mining at this base that finally got to get set up here. And even as the Liberator gets taken out, Siege Tank from the low ground will also arrive. +2 vehicle weapons has completed. Oh, look at that. Ling's just hunting that Marine. Oh, very unfortunate for Solar that he pulled those Lings back. He actually would have killed that tank with the friendly fire otherwise. Meanwhile, short of Corrosive Bile, not able to get the kill there. Corruptors are going to be able to kill what is now the 7th base attempt for the second time. This has been such a sick series between these two. Solar now accruing a 10,000 resource bank. God, this has just been constant action and fighting. Now, okay, Byun is anticipating a Broodlord switch, and basically the Thor start up as the Greater Spire starts up. That is really, really good for Byun in terms of having what it takes to deal with your opponent's tech. Wouldn't mind. Oh, that was a sick hit on the Banes. Absolutely monster Widowmine hit on those Banelings, but there's not a whole lot behind this. It's just a handful of Liberators, a couple of tanks, and a couple of Ghosts, and a couple of Blue Flame Hellbats. But that was enough to push him back because all the Banelings died. Solar might have had what he needed to break through there. He's going to come in from a different angle. Corrosive Biles will find the backline tank. Corruptors kill a couple of units at the front line, but it's not enough initially. And Byun does hold once again, shoves Solar back. But still, this is a palatable resources lost. Even with this base being taken by Byun, I feel like this is still Solar in a position that is very good in this game. EMP on the Overseers it seems funny, it seems goofy, but in this scenario is actually pretty good. Could have sniped down that one Ultra. Oh, good job from Solar to recognize those Banes went the right way and saved 3 of the 5. Obviously unfortunate that they went the wrong way at all, but pathing on this map is not particularly easy. Ultralisk did get healed up a little bit by a Queen's Transfuse, gets blasted back deep into the red HP once again. It's me, Tommy Ultra. Heal me. Oh, nice Blinding Cloud coming in there. Does hit 2 of these Thors. Corruptor's going to find 1 or 2 medevacs, but the whole ground army basically getting cleaned up there. Solar starting to have a larva issue a little bit. God, he's still spreading creep. God, what a fight between these two. If Byun can set up a really strong point in the middle of the map, this becomes a very, very, very scary game for Solar. But Solar going to break it before any planetaries can set up. There's not a crazy number of tanks. And a couple of Liberators do get taken out. Unfortunately, oh my God, Byun is diabolical. He's put the Liberator in a position where it is sieged up, and you can't see where it is. I actually don't think you can click that with a bile. I think you have to click to the side. I think you can still hit it with a bile, but you can't click the flyer portrait. Wow. I was today years old when I learned that was a thing you could do. All right, now we see a Broodlord switch coming in. After the Thors died, Scan does not see the Broods, I don't think. He's looking for him. One of these pocket bases in the middle will get forced away. Solar trying to save all the drones. Not able to save all of them. 8 of them do go down. One of the Broods does pop out. There they are. They morphed in behind. Fungal Growth will connect on 3 Ghosts, but it's not going to be enough just yet. A couple of Banelings are here. Solar's bank has been almost completely spent on this. Broodlords are landing some hits on the Ghosts, but there's still a lot of Ghosts behind this. Overseer sitting in reserve. If you can hit the Ghosts and prevent these snipes from going off, obviously that's big, big money. But he's not able to do so completely. Oh, that one Bane gets a couple Ghosts, actually. This is still close. but it is going to be Byun. Actually, hang on. He's got to be very careful. There's a few Lings here. Where is the Ghost Cloaking? He doesn't have Ghost Cloak. He never researched Ghost Cloak. And now we're actually going to see just a small number of Corruptors and a small number of Broodlords break this position. Fungal. Does land it on the Ghost. Kills one with the Fungal. Very rare sight. Now all the Liberators in not all, but a lot of Liberators, a lot of the tanks going to get taken out. Tanks sieging up as the Broodlords arrive. Very awkward re-siege from Byun. This was so close to being over. And now all of a sudden it is Solar who kills a lot of very expensive units for Byun. But Byun has secured this base on the top. Well, he's mining from it. I don't know if he secured it. That might be overstating it. Ooh, Fungal Growth from the high ground is going to be really good. Ultras coming in from the sides as well. A couple of tanks are jumped on by the Lings. No Neural Parasite available. Both of them missing very crucial upgrades. Thor not able to kill the Broodlords. There's still 4 Broodlords remaining. Never in your life have you seen the Broodlord in such small numbers actually be a real unit. SCVs at this newest base are starting to fall. This is such a close game. So much closer than I expected. +3 weapons, by the way, going to complete on the Broods. And the Thors, wow, they do have +2 armor. Vikings going to be pretty scary because there's not a lot of money for Corruptors. If he can snipe down the Corruptors, that would be big. Ghost Hellbats are being rebuilt. If Byun just... Oh my god, that Mule Hammer. Yeah, if Byun just holds this base, is what I was about to say, this game becomes really... I mean, it's already so difficult for Solar, but way more difficult. There's a lot of Infestors. Neural Parasites are going to be needed, but I think you need to neural the Ghosts and EMP them. Or at the very least, neural the Thors. Solar's going to have to give up this base. He doesn't want to, but he doesn't have a choice. Ghost Cloak has now completed. Unfortunately, he doesn't cloak that Ghost. He obviously wasn't in the main army yet. Vikings getting a little bit too far forward. One of the Ghosts does get taken down. Just the 4 Broodlords are still alive here somehow. Fungal Growth does connect on a Viking and a couple of Hellbats. Going to see Solar pull the trigger. Does he have enough? There's some Banes in the army. Liberators are going to take their toll, but not enough just yet. Byun is losing a lot, but the Liberators will find a couple of Infestors on the way through this. And the base did fall. Both players are lower in supply than they've been the whole game, but it is Byun who is mining a lot more. Solar really needs to break through right now. This planetary fortress, though, is going to hold the line. There's 2 Broods remaining. The last of the snipes have been used, but it's not enough. Byun holds. Solar almost made it happen through sheer force of will. But Byun got just a little bit too much mining. I think if Solar shuts down that base, all other things equal, doesn't let that base get up and running, I actually think Solar wins that game with the fight he managed to find.